Hey, my name is Caleb,
And my name is Rodrigo.
and we read The Lord of the Flies by William Golding. This book was about a group of English boys during World War II stranded on an island after their plane crashed. The first day on the island, a boy named Ralph found a conch in the water to blow it so that the others would realize that they should go towards it. All the boys got together and voted Ralph the chief of the island. At the beginning, Jack was the second most powerful person that led the hunters. After time, they decided to make a fire for a smoke signal on top of the mountain because they saw a ship go by and they didn't want to miss another one. They soon had to abandon it on top of the mountain because of the fear of a beast. At this time, Jack realized he didn't want to be under another person's rule, so he took the hunters and some other little ones with him. This left Ralph with a small group, including Piggy and Sam and Eric and a couple other people. They were missing someone named Simon at that point in time. He later came down from the forest, and Jack's group killed him thinking he was the beast. After this, Jack stole Sam and Eric and Piggy's specs, or glasses, making him not able to see. It was just Ralph and a blind Piggy, and they needed to go retrieve his specs back. When they went to go get them back, Jack's guard to their headquarters sent a boulder flying at Piggy, killing him and shattering the conch. This left only Ralph, and soon after Piggy's death, Jack and his savages went out to kill Ralph. This is when they chased him onto the beach where a naval officer was standing for their rescue.
Some of the main themes of this book were the nature of evil, man versus nature, and the struggle for power. A quote from page 89 goes along with the theme, the nature of evil. Simon said, "Maybe there's a beast, but maybe it's just us." Then, on page 127, Ralph realized that Jack was liked more as a leader and that he's no longer as powerful. Some symbols that are in the book are the conch, which means order and leadership, so when it shattered, that was a sign of failure or downfall. The fire was a symbol for being rescued. The last symbol, the Lord of the Flies, represented fear. There are many reasons why we are reading this book, other than because we had to for summer reading. The main reason comes from this quote, "Maybe there is a beast, but maybe it's just us." This shows us that we can be our own worst enemy and biggest setback. You can definitely apply this book to real life. In Lord of the Flies, power wasn't in the right hands, nor any checks and balances to prevent abuse of their power. Piggy was Ralph's balance, but Jack didn't have one, so he abused his power with the savages.
Some of the archetypes of this book are Ralph is the hero, Jack is the villain, and Jack is also the mentor towards the hunters. Piggy was Ralph's sidekick, and the little kids were the helpless damsels. Some of the other archetypes are that this is placed on a stranded island and that its theme is to survive and man versus nature. These archetypes help us, as readers, better understand the plot and basic knowledge of this novel. The Lord of the Flies showed many different elements of a quest. These include a common goal of getting off the island, which had many sacrifices, including losing sleep to keep the fire going to potentially get off the island. Some of the challenges that they went through was the fight for the role as the chief and leader of the kids.
Finally, there are many connections you can make with Lord of the Flies and other outside sources. A real-life connection would be Survivor. They are stranded on an island just like the kids in this book. A fiction connection would be the Hunger Games, because all the people are trying to survive as long as they can. Lastly, these are a couple pictures relating to the book.